Okay, Aiden, I'm going to show you how to use some of these healing and cleaning tools. So you have your image in Photoshop. You always want to do a Command J to duplicate your layer because you don't want to work on the actual layer. Before I do any color correcting or any making it black and white if you need to, or any curves, I immediately go down to this little box to the left of the trash can. It may be a paper icon for you, and it's create a new layer. So I make a new layer, and I'm going to double click on it and call it clean. This is my clean layer. And then over here on the left hand side, we have the spot healing brush tool, which I'll show you how to use. There's the healing brush tool, and then the clone stamp, which is what I think you were using that was giving you that weird notification. So I'll show you how to use all three of these, and I can even show you how to use content aware fill. So with the spot healing brush tool, I really like this tool a lot. You might have to use a bunch of these together. So when you're on the spot healing brush, you want to make sure your control panel is open, and if it's not, you can go to Window and make sure you have the application frame, options, and tools selected. So yours might not be selected, this little box where it says sample all layers, so I want to check that. And you can also change the hardness of your brush. If it's really hard, you might be able to see like the outline of the circle, so I'm going to kind of lower the hardness down. And then again, I'm going to zoom in. And the brackets to the right of the letter P, make it bigger or smaller. Your brush size should be about a little bit bigger than the object you're getting rid of. So all I do is click and it's gone. Okay, this is for the spot healing brush tool. Okay, so here I can see there's some weird little circles, so I'm going to do a Command Z. It's a little blurry, so that's telling me my brush is a little too big for the object. So then when I go in and I make my brush smaller, you don't see that weird fanning that happens. Okay, so that is the spot healing brush tool. And a nice thing about Photoshop is it will tell you, if you go to learn more, it'll tell you how to use the tool. So I'm going to turn this layer off. I'm going to go back to layer 1, and I'm going to make another new layer, and I'm going to call it clean. And I'm going to show you how to use just the healing brush tool. Okay, so with the healing brush tool, you paint with pixels. So I'm going to choose my healing brush, sample all layers. It might say current layer. You need it to make sure it says all layers. And if I just click, I get this weird option that you need to click option. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK. So I'm going to make my brush small, like that. And I'm going to go to the left of this little pine cone. I'm going to choose option on my keyboard, and I see this little target, and I'm going to click with my mouse, and I just picked up all those pixels. And when I drag them over here, I can place those pixels right there. So again, I'm going to make my brush small. I'm going to go to the left. You can go to the right as well. I'm going to do option, holding option, click, and then I'm going to move back over and place it in. Okay, so those are how you use those two. And then I will make another video on how to use the other two because the baby's crying right now.